In other news, Anthony Ward learned his fate today after he was charged with driving under the influence along with leaving the scene of an accident in 2013. WVUA's Chelsea Barton was there for the sentencing, and she joins us now live from the studio with more.
Philip, Ward was driving the vehicle that hit Billy Ray Davis while he was attempting to cross Highway 69 South while riding his lawnmower near the entrance to Hinton Place subdivision. Ward fled the scene and Davis was transported to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead.
Mr. Ward received a 20-year sentence in the Department of Corrections, but he was ordered to serve a 5-year sentence under the Split Sentencing Act, which means he'll serve 5 years and then be on probation after that.
Prosecutor Jonathan Cross says he's satisfied with the sentence but unsatisfied with the circumstances.
It's wrenching. It's very sad. What you can say is we didn't have to be here. There were really two crimes that were committed. One was committed when he began drinking. He made that conscious choice to start drinking because of his history. He knew better. The other one was committed once he hit Mr. Davis on Highway 69. Then he left him for dead.
Ward's defense attorney Daniel Pruitt and Cross agree there are no winners in situations like this.
The whole thing was a tragedy. Mr. Ward is terribly sorry. You heard the Davis family express their loss. I mean, nobody wins. It was just awful, an awful situation.
And I'm sorry the defendant's family has to endure this loss as well. They don't deserve it either. It wasn't their choice.
An emotional Ward apologized to the Davis family today. Pruitt says there's no doubt his client wishes he'd made different decisions that day.
Yeah, words can't bring people back, and he knows that.
And Cross says there's definitely a lesson to be learned from all of this.
Don't drink and drive. For God's sakes, don't drink and drive. That's the real lesson here, because that's what makes these so wrenching. Is this is one crime that can be prevented. It's not heat of passion. It's a result of a conscious choice to engage in irresponsible activity.
Now, before the sentencing, the defense argued that prison is not the place for Ward because of his poor health. He's currently on oxygen because of a lung condition. Today in court, he carried an oxygen bag and wore breathing equipment. Live in the studio this evening, I'm Chelsea Barton, WVUA News.
Thanks, Chelsea.